Esiet sveicināti, skatītāji, klausītāji, raidījumā Futbola prāts. Pie mums šodien ir ļoti īpašs vietas. Latvijas nacionālās izlases galvenais treneris Poalo Nicolato. Welcome, Poalo.
Thank you very much.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
It's fantastic to have such a special guest.
It's a pleasure.
And I would say that the main person always in the football, it's a head coach of the national team. We will speak a little bit about the structure and about like your methodology. But before we start, I always want to ask for our coaches 2 icebreaker questions. And the first question, if you can, in one word, and then maybe explain, in your philosophy, in your understanding, what is the most important for a successful football player?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah, this is the most important for every work. So for me, it's very important because my focus is to train the brains.
Yeah, this intelligence decision making is very, very, very important. Because one thing is the tools what you have, like the technical or physical or whatever. Another, how you use it.
In my opinion, you can have all the knowledge, but if you are not able to use the knowledge, is a big problem. So for me, the first thing that you have to have is the intelligence to use your knowledge.
What would you say, what's the most important, in one word maybe, and then also they explain, in a coaching, what you would emphasize?
Communication.
Communication.
Yes, because if you have to share your opinion, your knowledge with the player, you have to be able to communicate in the right way, because it's the same. If you can know everything, but if you are not able to share your knowledge, it's impossible to do this work.
I support a lot this because you can have a knowledge a lot, but if I'm not able to bring to the players that they understand,
exactly,
that they can bring, it's like it's.
We have to understand their way to communicate. So this is another thing, because there are different ways to communicate. So we have to understand who is in front of us. We need different skills.
Question maybe like the background of you, like how you become a coach, and the most maybe important the question.
My passion, I was a better player in Italy, amateur player, and but my passion was very big to studying football, for studying tactics, for studying everything, and this is the way I found to I don't know, to have I don't know, maybe to satisfy my passion.
Yes, and you have your philosophy many times already, you said in interviews, and the question, who influenced the most, maybe? Did you have any mentors who influenced your vision?
It's difficult to say. I think that I follow a lot of different coaches, very high level. I think everyone can teach you something. Not only the big coaches. So for me, it's very important to be open to in every moment, in every age, to be ready to take some information from the other.
And regarding the training session, because I think many coaches are very interested also in the structure of the training session. Yes, there are different approaches. Yes, but what is your how is your maybe the classical or regular training session? How you build the session?
But in national team, the work is different
yes.
than the club. This is the first thing that I have to say. But I start from from studying the opponent.
Okay.
This is the first,
yes.
And I think that I take my focus from the opponent, and and after I decided what I have to train, and for my players, because our training session is focused on the next match, the strategy, because there are something that we cannot improve in the national team. So. The approach in national team is totally different than the approach in the club.
Yes.
So I start from the opponent. I start from the strategy. I start I want to help my player to recognize the spaces where they can they could have some more time to play the ball.
Yes.
This is my way to.
I totally agree with you that player intelligence, decision making in a game, very important. How do you work on it in the training sessions, and do you have any
Sure.
exercises which you use? How
No,
you...
there is no one particular exercise. There is the atmosphere during the training session. No, the player has to work under pressure. Under pressure, it means that all the exercise has to the direction of the exercise has to
Direction.
Yes, the direction of the exercise has to. They have to recognize the direction of the exercise. I want to usually I give them problems to solve during the training session under pressure.
Yes.
Because this is the European football now. So we have, in my opinion, we have in general we organize the training session starting from the warm up till the end. All focused to what we want to do during the next match.
And you include exercise where there's a lot of decision making usually. What I saw also in the sessions.
Always. I think that we need, especially in national team where we don't have a lot of time. We need to put everything inside one exercise. So the mental part, the technique, but the tactical, individual tactic, and also collective tactic. So we have to put it all inside because we don't have time to train only one thing. In my opinion, it's not correct because you can be very strong maybe technically, but under pressure maybe you are in different way.
Yes.
So we need to do the thing under pressure.
Yes, because like performing in isolated way where there is no pressure, no direction, where you have to deliver the ball, where you have to run, which are the spaces, it's one thing. Other thing is under the pressure during the game, and it's like totally two different
other sports.
Game intelligence. Yeah, different sports.
Different sports.
For
me, you can understand one player if you see him under pressure. There is no football without the pressure. There is no quality without the pressure.
You recognize how the player plays under the pressure. You as a coach, especially of the national teams, it's very important to analyze the player.
Yeah.
Yes, to understand like his strengths, some things what he has to improve. What is the first thing when you are evaluating the player on the pitch? On what you are looking? What is this?
I'm looking for their capacity to solve a problem.
Yes.
To adjust their movement, to recognize the spaces.
Yes.
To recognize the right timing.
Yes.
And to control the ball under pressure.
You spend a lot of time analyzing the players, analyzing their behaviors.
Yeah.
In exercises, also in the games.
I think it's very easy when you have the experience to do this. It's very easy to understand if one player has the ability, the skills to, for example, to go through the pressure. Because in this moment it's very important. All the teams are very in international football. All the teams are very aggressive.
Yes.
So we need a player good with the ball. And the player able to take the right decisions in the pitch. This is not about my philosophy is not about the position, the roles of the player, but it's about recognize the spaces.
Yes.
I want a player that are able to play in different positions because they are very technically they have to be very very strong in my opinion. The first thing that I watch in one player is the technique with the ball because this is game is with the ball. So
yes.
we have to be able to recognize spaces, timing, and control the ball under pressure.
Yes. When you say technique with the ball, what do you mean? It's like pass. It's receiving the ball.
Is receiving the first touch is very important.
First touch.
Yes, the first touch is very important now, because the first touch decide probably the rest of your play.
Mm-hmm.
And I think scanning is very important. So I think the player today have less a few times to decide. So they have to also to understand football before receiving the ball. And this is very important when the level of football is very high. You have to, when you receive the ball, you have to only to do what you think before. No? And this is I think the very important thing for the player.
Yeah, that's great. What you said, you before you receive, you already have to have already in your mind what you're gonna do. And I don't remember who had this quote, coach, but he said, like, if you wanted to understand the football intelligence of the player, think about the first touch, because the first touch tells a lot. Because which direction,
maybe
which side?
It's not enough now.
Yes.
Now we are in a different level. Another step. The next step is you have to be ready to receive also if you are the third man, not the second man. It's not enough to be free like as a second man, and you have to be ready to receive as a third man.
Yes.
Because now we have a few time to play football. So this is very important. Sometimes the player start to think about the spaces too late. Too late. In my opinion, we have to anticipate this way to think.
There was also observation of the coach is very important. Observation in the games, observation in training sessions.
For sure.
And also in the coach education, we speak that you can observe basically three things. One, ball. Second is players around the ball. What you said, it's second player. And third is away from a ball. So the third man. How much time you as a coach spend, for example, watching the ball, and how much you spend watching away from a ball, observing?
It's different between, for example, the match and the training session, for sure. Usually during the training session, my attention is close to the ball.
Close to the ball, around the ball, around the ball.
Ball and around the ball.
Yes.
And during the match is different because we need the collaboration to our staff, because we have to divide our task. Someone I don't know pay attention on the defensive phase, someone pay attention on the offensive phase, and me, I'm free to pay attention in all the other things. But for sure it's not possible to control everything from the bench. So we have to use our staff to control everything, no? To check everything. If there is something also from the stand, sometimes it's important to have some feedback, because we have to check everything. In general, the first thing that I check is the build up. If my build up is working, then my finishing, if it's working, and then I check my defensive phase in the offensive half, and then in defensive half. These are and then the transition that in football now the transition are very important.
You said about the communication, the coaching stuff.
Yeah.
I remember the game against England away. Everything is full, and the distance from the staff was quite. What you use, how you communicate, what you use.
We can communicate. We have part of our staff is in the stand, so it's easy to communicate with them, and also from the bench, we have one guy who pay attention from, for example, for the set pieces. We have one guy that pay attention from about the defensive phase. Yes, we have to communicate. It's impossible to be a good coach without a good staff.
Yes.
Today is impossible. So if there are some coaches that I don't know, they believe that they are I don't know, they for them is always possible, no, to control everything. It's impossible. It's impossible. Now there are a lot of different details that we have to pay attention.
Now it goes deeper and deeper, and the coaching stuff is getting bigger. Specializations, a lot of coaching stuff already. It's like huge.
And everyone has to do something inside the stuff, because it's very important for them, also for the coach. I didn't see one coach, very good coach, without a good staff.
Yes. Nowadays it's very, very, very important. And here is again a communication with the coaching stuff. What you said in the beginning, what is the most important thing for a coach? Communication. So the
communication is 80% of our job.
Yes.
Maybe it's better that you don't have a big knowledge, but good communication than the opposite. Because the communication allow you to find the right way to share your concept, and also to involve the player.
Yes.
Because the player in this moment, the guys, the young guys are very different than before.
Yes.
So they need to feel this attitude from the coach. I think it is very important. And I spent a lot of time to study also about communication, because if I don't know, for me is the step that give you something more.
We spoke about the structure, okay, and the role of communication, and about these principles of play or skills of the player. And it's very important that we have this structure, what you said is with the pressure, that we are observing these skills of the players and communication. And with the communication, I mean how you coach the players. Like, I mean, on the pitch, outside the pitch. How do you coach? How do you approach? How?
In different way, depends from the player. They are for me.
So you adjust for each personality.
Yes,
for each player.
For sure. This is very part of the communication. Is this to recognize that we are not all the same.
Yes.
Yeah. Every player has a different character. Every player needs a different approach, and this is the most important thing. This is what because my focus is for me, to have the best from the player, but not only from the player, also from the staff. From everyone has to feel that is important for what we are doing, no? And it takes a different approaches. So this is my way.
How you observe, how you analyze, and how you understand who is which way of coaching style.
And this is part of the experience. This is part of. But usually.
What you would give for a young coach that he wants to start like analyzing, not to give for everyone the same way of information.
The first
different approaches.
Different approaches.
Yes. How for a young coach who is starting?
Not only from the young coaches. For all of us, it's important to understand that in front of us there is a person and not a player.
Yes.
With their problem. With their worries. This is very important. If we have to, I think that if we have the capacity to give them the feeling that for us they are important, very important. I think they are ready to give us the best. If we have another approach in this moment, I think for us it's not so good. It's not so good. We need them to be more prepared about these kind of things, no? Because we have to find the key with the players, no? And the key is always different. And sometimes you need to be very direct, but sometimes you need also to be more to pay more attention, no?
Because this is always like for a coach, I think this. Sometimes you have to give direct information also, and you have to give things what he has to improve. How you manage this? These two things, one support, another that sometimes you have to say what you have to say.
You have to be like you are. I don't know.
Authentic.
Authentic, bravo. Authentic.
Yes.
It's good. Authentic. You have to be authentic because the players understand if you are authentic or not. This is the first thing that one player understands. And I used to speak a lot with the player, not only about football, because this means that you pay attention in their life, and I defend my player always in front of the other. Always I defend my player.
So you build the relationships with the players.
First is the relationship allow you to ask everything to the player. If there is one relationship, you can take everything from the player. If there is not a relationship, probably especially when for example the things are not so good, it's difficult. It's difficult because it's like a normal relationship in the life. No, it's not about. It's not. They are not different from the relationship in football, I think.
Does the coach need, like, I don't know, additional confidence to build the relationships, and in the same time to coach the player. Because I remember when I started, for me maybe it was hard to build a relationship, because then sometimes they can go over, and then for me it's hard to coach them, you know. But through the time now I feel safe with them.
The player recognize your attitude,
Yes,
recognize your knowledge, recognize if you are useful for them or not. This is the first thing that one player recognize. So it's not about your relationship. It's about your authenticity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is very important. I don't think we don't need the authority.
Yes.
Your authority is about your knowledge, your behavior. This give you the authority to speak with the player. And I think the player follow one guy that for them could be useful for their career. For example.
Yes. I think very, very strong point what you said is like that we are there for them, to help them, and I think very
to
strong
defend
point
them,
what you
to defend them.
Yeah, defend, coach.
Every it's like a family. If you
Yes.
have some problem, you have to solve the problem inside the family, not outside the family. So when you are speaking outside the family, all the things are good, because I have to defend the relationship first with the player, and then if I have some problem, for sure I have to face the problem. I have to face the conflict. I have to face everything, but inside my family. And this is what I ask also to my player. Inside the family, we are family. This is our second family. So we have to defend the process and the family. This is the first thing.
Sometimes even more time spent with the second family than with the first one. Yes,
in my yes, for me for sure. Yes.
With the football, it's always like this. Everything that you speak, it's like we know that there are two approaches. One is like coach-centered approach, another one which is more modern. It's like player-centered approach, and everything that you say, it's more about a player-centered approach.
Yes.
What do you think, looking in the past, is the coaching style changing?
Completely.
Yes.
Completely.
Yes.
It's not only the coaching style, it's also inside the family. The relationship with our daughter or is completely different.
Yes.
If we don't understand this, we are in trouble. We are in trouble, because if we pretend something different that now is impossible to achieve, we are in trouble. So for me, it's very important. It's very important, and this is I think this is the first tips that I can give to all the coaches. It doesn't matter the age, or doesn't matter the experience. Invest your time to understand better the relationship, because the relationship are the most important thing in every work. In every work.
Mm-hmm. And during the training sessions, maybe also you see some. You have to make some corrections.
Yeah.
Sometimes you give positive things. Sometimes you have to make corrections to improve. Do you have any for example, how you build how you build the trust with him so you can give straight on a pitch? But did you had any situations that it's harder for some specific player some kind of
there is
feedback on the pitch?
There is no right answer.
Yes.
Because it depends about the player, the character of the player. There is some there is some player that accept.
Yes. How you approach who harder accept? You understand what I mean? There are some.
No, it's very easy. I started to usually I use answer when, for example, they made some mistake, or for me they are some mistakes.
Yes.
I ask why do you behave in this way?
Okay.
This is right away, in my opinion, to receive some feedback.
Yes.
Because sometimes they have a different view in the pitch.
Yes.
Sometimes there are some players that can teach us something. Okay, so why? And then I try to explain my opinion, and maybe I can say, I don't know, try to do this. Maybe it's better. This is the right way, because when you have to give them some correction, it's important to speak with the person. Don't judge the person.
Yes.
You have to judge the behavior of the person.
It's very important.
It's very important. So for me, this is the right way. You have a. Usually I don't give them immediately the solution. I let them play, and then maybe I share my opinion. Maybe it's better than try to do this, and that probably we can find the right way to play.
I think you mentioned very, very strong point. Again, the same thoughts, totally support. The questioning for a coach, for me also definitely very, very important. And the reason, like you said, one thing is that we develop his thinking, his understanding. That's strong point, that we make him think also about the situation. This is intelligence.
If you have to train the intelligence, you have to let them play.
Yes.
And then maybe you have to have from them feedbacks about their decision, and then you can discuss about other solution, and then you can choose which is the best solution.
Yes.
But if you give the solution immediately, they are not able to think. For them, it's impossible to train these skills.
For me, definitely very important is questioning. Very, very, very important. And the reason, like you said, one, that we are developing his understanding, his thinking. But a second, like you also said, they can give the answers, and then we as a coaches can understand what does he think, how does he think, and if we don't understand their thinking, why did he make this decision? It's harder to work with them, harder to help them, because I had many times situations that I ask, and they answer actually totally something else than I expected, but it helped me as a coach. Because I didn't see something, and this is very, very big tool.
I train a lot of bigger players that now they are playing, I don't know, in Premier League, Bundesliga, and they teach me a lot of a different point of view. A lot. This is very important, but this is important also because they feel that they are important for us, and their opinion are important for us.
Yes.
This is very important. This is about our relationship. If I want a good relationship, I have to take care about your opinion.
Yes. And again, you came to the point. Communication.
Communication is the first
trust, importance.
Yes.
Player-centered approach.
Yes, for sure. Then you need the knowledge. But it's not the first thing. I think that it's very important, but the player judges you about your approach, your behavior first. Every time. And second, yes, if you know the thing, if you are solution, if you are ideas, if you have ideas, this is very important. But first, always is the behavior.
Especially, I
and
think
your leadership.
Yes.
A leadership is also to accept a different opinion. It's not only to give them the way. No, it's to accept also the different opinion. Also to change sometimes the opinion.
How you? Okay, everything that we spoke now, it's about the intelligence of the player to develop him. And in the training sessions, like you said, you use the exercises with the pressure. It's very, very, very important. And also we have aspects as a psychology, as a fitness or conditioning. How you manage? Do you focus on all of them in the same?
Yeah, the same.
Yes,
it's
and
impossible
how
to
in
divide
one
them.
training session how can you put everything together? How do you pay attention and how?
I use
how
a
you
lot
work
of a
with
situational game.
Yes.
Yeah, I try to put in my exercise all the problem that we have to solve. Through some rules, through some, I don't know, small goals. But I use the game.
Yes.
To practice the problem. You know.
Yes. Yes.
You know, this is my way to, because I think that the game is complex.
Yes, it is.
So we need to train them in this environment.
In football environment.
Yes, in football environment. Football is not only right and left, because I can do it, but then if I play with a player, I cannot touch the ball. So we have to especially at this age, maybe it's different from the younger, because at the beginning you need to also to have some information how we have to touch the ball, but at this level I think we need to put the players under pressure but mentally in particular, mentally. So usually I use some exercise not so long.
Yes.
Okay, I change the exercise but I keep the focus of exercise. If I have for example to train, I don't know, one thing,
yes,
I train this thing with different exercise during the training session, because for me the motivation is very important. If I keep the exercise too long, usually the exercise go down. So for me it's important to maintain the focus, but to change the instrument.
Yes. Okay, so you keep motivation, you keep awareness of them in these exercises by changing the exercise.
Absolutely.
So they all the time have to new
because
exercise.
If you are doing something for too long, probably you lose. I don't know. You lose the motivation. No?
Yes. How do you have that? You observe, and in one moment you say, okay, now we have to stop and we have to go to the next.
Sure.
How you observe? What is this like?
No, it's
coach
easy
has
to understand.
See,
if you have experience, you understand when the player is not involved in the exercise. And for me, for example, it's not important to decide before the training session 20 minutes for this, 25 or 22 and a half. For me, it's not shit, to be honest.
Yes.
For me, we have to understand the moment that we have to finish the exercise.
Yes.
Or maybe it's possible to take the exercise more longer. So depends.
But this is it's player centered. It's not coach centered. Because if you put 20 minutes and you finish 20 minutes, it's coach centered.
Who play football?
Yeah, player play football. So again, your approach, your approach in exercises, in duration of the exercises, it's again player centered. You observe,
because
you make
if
decisions.
I need a player involved, if I need to put pressure on the player, if I need a player under pressure during the exercise, for me the exercise is good till there is this pressure.
Yes.
When there is not this pressure, because maybe the exercise decrease, for me it's not useful for me and for them.
Yes.
So I change. I try to put another different I don't know stimulus.
Yes, stimulus. Yes, yeah.
Okay. Because maybe, but in my head I have to keep the same target.
Yeah, the same target, the same principles. What you need.
But
to
the
achieve
player, when they have to do something new, they increase their attention. So I don't give them a lot of information before the exercise, because I also have to understand what they are able to understand.
Yes.
So I don't like, for example, to use the board in the training session. For me, the training session is the moment when they have to fight. I don't want to interrupt the pace of the training session for the same reason. So for me, it's very important to give them a few information, and then they have to elaborate. And maybe if they don't understand my exercise, they have to ask to another guy. Because this is my way to understand that also if they are smart or not.
You remind me, we were in academy of the Real Madrid, Ancelotti, great. And they had a methodology, like you say, that they had also methodology. There was a guy about the problem solving. He had like 100, I don't remember how many problems. And methodology was very simple. In the beginning, you just explain for the players, just the organization. Ball is here, you have to bring it there.
Yeah.
That's it. And no instructions allowed. After the first round, whatever, it's like how many minutes, coach could only ask questions. And don't instruct, only a question. What did you see? What is the problem? How can you solve? Again, perfect. Then they make second round, and only after the second he could give something. So you have similar that you don't give them solutions straight away.
Yes.
You observe,
but
you give them exercise.
For me, the player now is very clear. We don't need a player that are able only to execute your information. We need a player. We need to build players that are able to find the right solution. So if you want this kind of player, you have to work in another way.
In exercises, you said already you like pressure, and also you like direction. we can have a pressure in possession-based exercise.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Not-
then
not
we can
only
have
possession.
also pressure in exercise with direction, with some kind of goal, where we go. Which one do you use more?
No, more with the direction.
With direction?
Yes, I don't use my work is strange, no, because in national team you need to do something very focused on the match. So I think that I prefer to use exercise with one direction because I think that inside there are the focus of the match.
Yes.
If you use only ball possession,
Yes.
just without the direction, without for me, yes, it can be used for in other situation, probably in other environment. But for us, no, because we waste time. I think. Okay, sometimes at the beginning of the training session, but I prefer to use with the target.
Yes, because direction, it gives much.
And also about the position sometimes,
Yes.
no, the starting position. Because for us the position is one starting position, but the position change and change thinking about the position of the other, because we don't decide our position. It's the opponent that decide our position. This is a very important thing that we need to share with the player. And I want to share this kind of way to think football. We don't decide our rule. The opponent decide where is better to be.
And the difference for me, possession-based and direction-based, is like huge, because when you have a direction, then you said very important is space, recognize the space.
Yeah.
So when we have direction, the recognition of the space is in totally different level. In possession, it's totally different.
It's different. Also, you are working for score a goal. So also mentally, probably you are more motivated. But there are some good things also in the ball possession.
Yes, of course.
Depends on your
Of the goal of the session.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but it would not be your main choice of the exercise, possession
No,
based.
not in national team.
Yes, it's more direction based.
Yes, for sure.
And how much do you use the drills, the closed exercise, just passing 1v1 cone?
Just as on maybe at the beginning of the training session sometimes, because
Yes.
I want to my focus is to do everything with the ball. Because they need to touch the ball. Also, I know that the player, when there is the ball, they are more motivated. But usually I work a lot with the situational game when there is a ball, goal, opponent, all the things that we have in the normal game.
Yeah, everything what we
I
have in
change
the
sometimes the dimension, okay?
Yes,
of the
yes.
pitch, maybe some depends from my goal. I put some different sometimes target to force them to do something. For example, I use this kind of little things, okay? But yes, I use a lot. I like to every time the competition. I like to use the player with the competition.
competition on the result you play, so it gives more.
Your
more
competition
energy.
is the base of our
Yes.
work. So you have if you are not competitive, it's impossible to play football.
It's also it's also a very important aspect of the reality of the game. Yes, what we speak, because also when you play,
you have
when
to
you
be
play this game,
You have to be the ambition to win always. Maybe sometimes it's not possible because the other are better than you.
yes.
But you have to be to have this ambition.
So yeah, these small things we put in our exercises, creating them more reality-based, more football-based, and it means building the intelligence of the football player. This is what you said, what we need. This is most important thing.
When I think about the exercise, to preparing the exercise, I started like I said for sure my goals, studying from the opponent, and then I decided some rules different that force them to do this.
Yes.
To solve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I explain after the training.
When you say rules, can you give us one example of the rules?
One example, if I want to, for example, I don't know, to press very height, I put some I don't know, some goals here where if they drive the ball inside the opponent, they score a goal.
Yes.
For example, no, I try to force them to do this kind of things. It's very simple. Or maybe if I want to avoid the through pass, I put some goals at the back of the midfielder. I try to force them to train this kind of things.
So you analyze the game, then you have clear vision how you want to prepare for them, and then with all these tools as a coach, with the goals, with the direction, with spaces, number of touches, spaces, number of players, everything, you try to recreate these situations with them so they have the same problems,
but I
to have the solutions.
But yes, exactly. But I don't speak with them before.
Yes.
After I explain what was the focus.
Yes,
it's very important because they have to recognize the problem.
Then they have to be actively thinking.
Yeah.
What the problem do we have?
For
how
me,
to
it's
solve
very important. This attitude, the mental attitude, is very.
Because in a game it will happen the same.
Yeah.
You can have a problem,
which
you have to solve in a game. You can't, as a coach, prepare everything, know everything.
I think also that you can improve a lot of this ability because it doesn't. You don't need technical ability. It's about the head. So everyone can do this.
Mm-hmm. So if we go through the training session, maybe like closing the exercise, so basically in a warm-up you would do a little bit some maybe isolated passing just to feel the ball, just to move around.
It's not. Also the warm-up is we put in the warm-up something that we can do in the match.
Yes.
Also maybe without opposition, the only thing that we do without opposition, but something that that is related to what we want to do in the match.
Yes,
for sure. Everything has to be focused on the match.
And then you would use some maybe possession based or straight to the.
Usually yes. Possession is we start
straight with the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's football. It's the closest to the football. Yeah. What can be closest to the football if you have everything? You have the goals, you have... Yes. Because I think it's very, very, very important for the coaches, for the young coaches. Possession-based, again, it's very, very good and useful exercise, but I think it's the same with the spices, not to use it too much. Because in a football, I think direction is very, very important. Because also as a fullback, yes, how you receive the ball, how do you think about the space? Yes,
I think that every age has different focus.
Yes.
If you wanted to improve them about technique under pressure, can be useful also to yes, for sure. Also to recognize some spaces because the problem now is not only about the technique. Sometimes we think that our players are not technical players, but the first thing is they are not able to recognize the space. If you recognize the space, you have time to play. And for pass one ball to I don't know 10-meter pass, it's very easy for all of us. The problem is that you are not able to prepare this pass and to take the space and in the right way to have a time to take this pass. This is not a technical problem.
Yes.
It's about our way we think football.
Yeah, it's all. This is
what
we have here.
Also, in my opinion.
Yes.
And this is what usually I say to my player: we have to stay connected in the pitch, because for sure it's easier to do short pass than longer pass. This is our focus. Short pass. If you will lose the ball during this short pass, probably we are more ready for the defensive phase because we are closer to the ball, and we have to collaborate without the ball to give option with the right timing in the right space to the ball carrier. This is what we want to do. And also we have to recognize when we have to dribble the ball. It's very important. If you play all the time in training session, for example, I don't do this. No, to play with the 2 touches. If you play 2 touches, for me, it's not football. Because sometimes you need is important that you dribble the ball. Sometimes it's important you try to do 1 versus 1. Depends on the space, depends on the moment. If the player, the opponent, I don't know, is alone or has some help. So I don't like to play with the 2 touch. I don't like.
I just love it, everything what you say, because like if you make in a session, sometimes you have to make 2 touches. The thing is also defenders, they are intelligent, they are smart, and if you make 1 touch, they know that you will not dribble, so you cover the spaces or players, and then it's unrealistic. It's just unrealistic.
We are speaking a lot about the creativity, but if you play 2 touches, it's impossible to be creative.
You have to dribble when you have to dribble. You have to play 1 touch when you have to play 1 touch.
I think our task is to teach to the player the right decision. The right decision depends where you are. It's not about to touch here, to touch there, to touch there, to touch there. No, it's where you are, in which moment, and the opponent. What are they doing? In that moment. This is your decision. It depends from the opponent, not about you.
I love it, everything what you say, because technique, of course, important part. But like here we have this. Skills of the players, defense, attack, like as a scanning, communication, movement, everything, and with the technique what you have, you can perform much higher level. If you, for example, scan the pitch, you see the space, you know what you're gonna do with the ball already, and with the same technique you can improve a lot your build-up, your attacking. If you have this information. It's very huge that you build everything around.
We have some example, I think, also in the national team. Some player who improved some things, and they are able to manage the ball better. Also, we have to believe in our player. Because if we decide that our players are not able to do this, it's impossible for them. Also, they feel this attitude, our attitude. So my attitude is, you can do it. You can do it. You have to understand in which way. Well, you can do it, because everyone is able to do 1 pass. Everyone.
You know, I don't know, I analyze your games also, and one thing what I saw a lot, we are playing more with the ball, more in a build-up, and the one thing what I recognize maybe a lot, I don't know, maybe you can say about the national team, but I think they recognize the space more as example, if there were situations maybe before that there is a lot of space, maybe only 2 opponents here, a lot of space. There were situations that they quite low, and when the pass comes, he can come. And now I see players, if there's a space, they are sometimes even higher, so they can get and they can dribble the ball. So this is one thing what I see from your philosophy, that they recognize space more.
It's knowledge.
It's football.
In football now, it's not enough to be free. It's not enough to be free if your mate is able to do the pass, to pass the ball. If your teammate is able to pass the ball, you have to recognize the space where you can jump some lines.
But this is really I think really good example.
Because also you have to count. Sorry.
Also,
it's not about the rule. It's about the opponent. All our way to play depends from the opponent. It's not about us. We decide. We adapt. This is the behavior of the opponent. If they are in 2, maybe we decided to build in 3. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who. But we have to. For us, we have to jump this left the first line. We have to jump the second line, and then we have to arrive to the goal. This is the most important thing. Also, probably it's very difficult now for the moment. But this is the process. So they have to recognize the space. It's not about the rule.
It's very important. And this is the best example for what we spoke about technique. Because if you are low, while the ball comes, he can come to you. So you need higher level of technique. But if you recognize the space, and you receive here. So with the same technique what you have, just recognizing the space, recognizing opponent, recognizing everything, you receive the ball, he's not with you, and you can dribble in a space. And it's the same technique, but different intelligence, different recognition of the space.
Yeah.
This is good, really good example about it.
Good example, yes. But they have to, we need, I think, to teach them how they have to dribble the ball, to attract the pressure, the pressure, and how is the right moment to pass the ball. Because sometimes we pass the ball also, there is no need to pass the ball, because there is no position.
Yes, no.
If there is no position, we don't move the opponent.
Yes.
We don't move the opponent.
Yes.
So it's better to try to dribble the ball.
Again, all these details are very important. Yes, to receive the pressure, to create a space for your player who can. You
have to create a space behind them.
Yeah, you have to think about the next step, because you take the pressure not for yourself. You take the pressure. So my teammate, when he will get the ball, he will have 5 meters more. So again, with the same technique, he will get more if we give intelligent pass.
In my experience, the difference between the stronger player and normal player are this: the stronger player recognize the best solution. Okay, the normal player don't recognize the space where he can move.
Again,
it's very simple.
Player skills.
Skills.
All the skills.
In modern football, I think that you have to do a lot of work before to receive the ball.
Yeah, again, what we say.
It's very
skills.
Simple.
All
these
things,
it's not
intelligence.
easy to teach. Because if you teach one football, I don't know, full of scheme.
Yes.
It's possible. Okay, and they have to memorize.
Yes. It's
harder, huh? Because
it's different.
My player has to elaborate, no recognize, no memorize.
But like we said, to build this understanding, to build this intelligence, we need exercises with direction, with the goals, with opponent, with the pressure. And we need to coach them. We have to ask questions.
We need to good coaches. We need good coaches.
Yes,
for sure.
This is the most important.
This is the most important thing,
most.
For sure. We need the good coaches. We need the coaches that understand the football, modern football. We need the coaches that give them the right confidence, because it's also confidence. When you are playing this kind of football, you have to accept the mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is you have to risk. You have to take some risk, and if you are not ready to take this risk, it's impossible. You prefer to put the long ball, but it's about because we don't have confidence. We want the confidence of the player confident, but we don't have the confidence for first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impossible, because they feel their coach. The team is usually the team. I think they act like the player is. No, you know, if the coach is. No, I can explain better. I think that the player are in the pitch like the coach are outside the pitch. Is outside the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Same. So if they are doing something, it's because the coach is giving them some information, or maybe is not giving them some information. Then there is for sure the ability, then there is the technique for sure. But the idea, I think the idea is the idea of the coach. If the coach is not comfortable, is not confident that they are good to play football, the team will not play football.
How you said, coach is most important, and I think definitely this interview with you, with a lot of coaching details, with the structure, with the football, I believe many coaches will note many things for them, for their development. And coming to the end, maybe the last question, you as a coach, what kind of you would give advices for a new coaches? You know, maybe what you did in the past, and then going through the time, you understand, okay.
The first thing always is believe in yourself and believe in your players. Believe in yourself and believe in your players. Because first of all, football is about confidence. If you are afraid about the mistake about try something new, it's impossible to become a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
This is my believe in your defend your player, believe in your player, and yes, trust in yourself.
Okay, thank you. It was pleasure to have you.
Also for me
Fantastic information, and if we as a coaches can really implement these things what we spoke today, I think the development it just must happen, because this is very important to build, like you said, the most important intelligent player.
Okay.
So thank you to having you.
Thank you to you.
Paldies mūsu skatītājiem, klausītājiem. Droši pierakstiet tās būtiskās lietas, ko jūs paņemat no šodienas sarunas. Manuprāt, ļoti attīstoši, ļoti būtiski jebkuram mūsdienu trenerim, lai attīstītu inteliģentu spēlētāju. Un skatieties pārējās pārraides un kāpiniet savu futbola prātu. Paldies, tiekamies!